choice pieces of metal, like found what I was looking for. When that happens, always got to be careful with thin metal. You never know when it's gonna just melt through. And I want to keep such events to the I can. Someday I'll probably get a MIG welder, because let's face it, it works so much easier with the argon instead of flux. Always a better job. Though, on old metal like this, it might not do a great job, because it needs to be fresh steel. I'm going to move that here a bit. Always difficult to know when to stop. Hey there, who's watching? Hey bro, I'm welding. This is the exhaust of my truck, my brand new used truck. And the thing is, it doesn't have a muffler, so I gotta install one. And while I'm at it, I'm welding this piece of pipe properly. And well, that's what I'm up to. How about you, Yuri? Where are you from? It's thin, so always gotta be careful welding thin stuff. It's easy to go through, very easy. Always gotta stop, let the metal cool, and then start again. Apparently, people don't find welding very interesting, I guess. Yeah, I'll move it different. First you reinforce, then you weld properly. But the beginning is always messy, always. No, I did not turn my air supply quite right there. That's better. Always make sure to have good ventilation when welding, because these fumes are nasty. Now, let's try this a little bit. A nail to take the space. I guess I'm not in a hurry, so I'll show you guys my method. When I've got a hole like this to fill, I'll put a piece of metal like this, just an ordinary nail to take some of the space. And beautiful country, Brazil. But your English seems to be really good. Yeah, it's a used truck, a pickup, a Chevy. Let's try to place the camera on there right again. There. Do you know anything about welding, Mr. Brazilian? Like I said, you saw some steel just go out. Repairing holes is never so easy. It's not that hard either. But since I'm not using a MIG machine, it's always something. I'll have to grind it just to be sure the weld is nice and strong instead of nasty and weak. This little job does remind me how much I did like to weld MIG instead of a rod. Rods are, they're messy. At least messier. But I'm a good welder. Always been good. So easy to go through. It's really annoying. Oh. Hola, ¿cómo está? Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Está bien, Maribel Lara Sánchez? Está muy bien. Maybe I'll have to put the amp a little lower. I mean, it's kind of thin. It's like 1/16 of an inch, which sucks to weld because, yes, it's thick enough. But would I like it better if it was an eighth? Definitely. Most definitely, because an eighth of an inch, now that's easy to weld. There's about no chance of going through. 16th, you gotta be careful. Always break the little flux at the end here. Now, like I said, I have to reinforce it. The annoying part is I do this to like work faster, but not removing the flux every time makes a bit of a mess. So sometimes it works better, but sometimes it's best to be real patient and just remove it every time. It should really sharpen this hammer. Marian Mustafa, hello! Where are you from? Well, it's steel. It's the exhaust pipe of my truck. I'll be welding the muffler later, but for now I have to reinforce this. Gotta be patient. Oh, Egypt! I've been told in your country welders, they don't even use helmets. They just shut their eyes and point in the right direction, which is doable, but rather difficult. And not the most efficient work method, but I'll assume it's done by necessity and not desire to prove that you're an awesome welder or something. I could do it too, but then the arc light would start tanning my face because it's as bright as the sun. Only it's not as good for the skin. Welding, everything's dangerous. Here, the only thing dangerous really is the fumes, which is why I have a fan blowing air away from me. Blowing the fumes, most of them get blown away. Hell, just welding this piece of pipe properly is going to take me a while. Because like I said, it's thin. I could use thinner rods, but they wouldn't really do a better job. You have to know when to stop. Well, if you look at the name of my channel, it's called Crazy Canadian, so I'm from Canada. And tell me if I'm not talking loud enough. I don't know what the sound is like for you guys. Worst thing that can happen is I keep the arc on it too long. It just makes a liquid puddle of metal and then it just falls out completely. I've plugged a lot of holes before. Right. Forgot. Most welders don't even use wrenches because it takes more time. They just use their hands. It does work. Back home, most of my siblings usually. That's a lot of comments. I'll have a look at that soon, but first, work comes first. So let's have a look at those comments. Hello, hello, Prabhachudari, Prabhachudari. It's going to weld badly. Any one of my viewers have experience with a welder? Fortunately, I went through a little bit, but it'll be okay. Should have moved a little faster. I left the arc there too long. This part will soon be over.